Good morning, good evening, and good night, everybody. My name is Sarah, and yes, we have a different camera angle today. I'm doing the Do We Have That book tag, and you need to see my bookshelves for that. And as you can tell, they're not exactly in the best filming position, so I had to wait until the sun set so I can use my window behind me as my backdrop. So, technical issues. Now you know why I never actually film directly from my bookcases, because I really can't. But ignoring that, we're fixing that today because we are doing the Do I Have That book tag. And the thing is, I originally wanted to do I Have That other book tag, and I realized I hadn't done the first one yet. So we're fixing that now. Hopefully I can do this. This is a timed thing, though. Do be warned, I did peek at the questions just a little bit, so I kind of know what they're asking, but I assure you, it is going to be a rushed time thing. So, with that all being said, let's just dive on in. So I have the questions on my computer and the timer on my phone, and we're going to start the timer in 3, 2, 1, go. Question number 1, do I have a book with deckled edges? Classics are up here, so we're gonna go through these, none of these. I have Peter Pan. Question number 2, do I have a book with 3 or more people on the cover? Maybe. No, wait. I had the Miss Bourne series, but I lent that to my dad, so it's probably going to have to be, none of these have people on the cover. No, you don't count. Do you count? 1, 2, 3, yes, Malamander. Okay, do I have a book based off of another fictional story? Yes, I do. Reflections based off of the Disney retelling of Mulan. Do I have a book that is with the title with 10 letters long? 10 letters long. Okay, wait. 1 word. I need a book with 1 word, because do I have any books with 1 word? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, no. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wait. Sidekicked. 10 letters long. Okay. Do I have a book that starts and ends with the same letter? Do I? Yes. No. Does the count? Are we counting the or not? Okay, wait. No. Are we counting the because all of these have the in the title? No. Should I go over here? Probably. Don't think I have one. Okay, you know what? I'm going to say, if you ignore the, Sea of Monsters starts with an S and ends with an S. An author that uses a pen name. Who uses a pen name? Do initials count? Can I say J.R.R. Tolkien? I don't like you. No. Wait, yes. Okay. Does this count? I don't know if this counts or not. I'm going to say V.E. Schwab. Her real name is Victoria. She uses Victoria on her middle grade books, but V.E. Schwab is, does this count or not? I'm going to say it does, because it's not her name. Do I have a book with the title character's name in it? I have all of Percy Jackson, but I've kind of already pulled Percy Jackson. Do I? I'm not doing Harry Potter. I am not doing Harry Potter. I'm going to say Alice isn't dead. Alice doesn't really show up in this, though, but she is the main focus of the plot. Do I have a book with 2 or more maps in it? I know Six of Crows has 2 or more maps in it. The one in the front cover and the one in the back cover. I love this copy, by the way. It's beautiful. Do I have a book that was turned into a TV show? Percy Jackson's getting a TV show. Does that count? My Hero Academia, all of my mangas count, but I really rather do books. Movie, canceled, movie, canceled. Why are all the books canceled? TV show. Ha! Winnie the Pooh. Disney made several TV shows about Winnie the Pooh. A book written by someone famous for something else. Ooh, yes I do. If you come out, I have the Dan and Phil books. YouTubers, I love them. Book with a clock on the cover, easy. The Timekeeper. A poetry book. Lin-Manuel Miranda. I could have done this famous for something else. Oh well, Lin-Manuel Miranda. Award stamp on it. Yes, I do. Where did it go? Did I already pull it? No, I didn't. Ha! Aristotle and Dante Discovered the Secrets of the Universe has 4 or 5 stamps on it. Written by the author with the same initials as you. Do I have one? I don't think I do. last name that starts with a W? I don't think so. There's literally no one. What about over here? I don't think I do. You can move, please. I don't, you guys, not even, do I have over here? I don't think I have a book with someone with my initials in it. I'm going to say no for now. A book with short stories. I have short stories. Oh, wait, duh, looking at it. This is the complete Alice Tales. It has both Alice's Adventure in Wonderland and Through the Looking Glass. Those are both 2 short stories. And also huge and heavy. Between 500 and 510 pages long. These tend to be long, right? How long is Red Pyramid? You can see I just lost all of them. Energy. Wait, how long is this? This is 516. No. Throne of Fire, you are shorter. How long are you? You are less, you are 440. House of Hades, maybe? That's a pretty thick book. And I broke everything. House of Hades, how long are you? Are we counting? This has short stories in it. Are we counting that? It doesn't have page numbers on the short story, so I'm not going to. Why is the short story so long? Where is it? Where is it? I'm struggling here. It's still a short story. Wait. Are we counting all of these pages? I don't want to. The glossary? No, that's 570. Fuck. What about Blood of Olympus? That's shorter than that. 502, not counting the glossary. That, good, okay. A book that was turned into a movie. Easy, easy, easy. Howl's Moving Castle. Amazing book, amazing movie. Not identical, but still both pretty good. Do you have a graphic novel? I do. I have many. Naoma, which I still don't know if I'm saying that correctly. And do you have a book written by 2 or more authors? Of course I do. I have Welcome to Night Vale. There, done, stop. 7 minutes and 20 seconds. I did it. Okay, my bed's a mess. Let's go over what I got. For the book with deckled edges, I got Peter Pan, which is very short, tiny, has deckled edges. Puffed and Chalk Classic Edition. I love it. A book with 3 or more people on the cover, I have Malamander, which has 2 people on the roof and 1 person in silhouette, which they count. I'm counting them. A book based off of another fictional story. This is kind of a stretch, but I picked Reflections, which is Mulan retelling. So Mulan is a real story, but the Disney version of it is fictionalized, and this story is based off of the fictionalized Disney story, so I am counting it as based off of another fictional story. Okay, do I have a book that's 10 letters long? Where did it go? Sidekicked. Let me actually count if this is 10 letters long or not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, okay, Sidekicked. I haven't read yet. This is a story about basically a teenager who is working through the hero program, and he's currently a sidekick to some big name hero or whatever. The sequel is Minion, which follows villains, I believe. Again, I haven't read either of these, so who actually knows? A book that starts and ends with the same letter. I picked Sea of Monsters. I'm ignoring the word the. I'm also ignoring the fact that it's Percy Jackson and the Olympians. Book 2, Sea of Monsters, we are ignoring that. It's Sea of Monsters, and it starts and ends with S. I think this is my least favorite book of Percy Jackson. Like, I still love it, but this, you definitely feel like the almost fetch questness of it. And also, like, Grover isn't physically in this book, and Grover's one of my favorite characters, so that was a little annoying. Oh, I skipped a question. Mass Market Paperback. Easy. J.R.R. Tolkien, Book 2, Fellowship of the Rings. Whoops. I have this, Mass Market Paperback. Do I have a book written by an author using a pen name? I don't know if V.E. Schwab counts as a pen name or not because it's her initials. Do I have a book that can replace this with? No, I don't want to use, that doesn't count. I don't know. I'm going to say this because I don't actually pay attention to who writes my books. I should not do that, but I'm picking this. Do I have a book with a character's name in the title? Alice Isn't Dead is the one I picked. Again, I don't know if this counts or not because Alice isn't directly in this book. It is all about finding Alice. So Alice is more of a plot point than a character, but she is definitely a character. I haven't finished the podcast yet, so I don't know what happens. But the book is really good. The book is actually really good. It's not directly connected to it, but it kind of is. Okay, question number 9 was a book with 2 or more maps in it. Six of Crows, this beautiful, amazing collector's edition, has a map in the front cover of like all the different countries, and then a map on the back cover of Ketterdam itself. Is Ketterdam? Is this the right? No, this is the ice court. Of the ice court itself. Is Ketterdam even in this book? No, maybe, no. I'm confusing stuff, but this book definitely has 2 or more maps in it. Next question was a book with a TV show, or a book that was turned into a TV show. Winnie the Pooh, again, Disney made several different TV shows and several movies based off of this adorable little mini collection of stories. This is a collection of short stories. I should have picked this. I don't care because it was turned into a TV show, so it is just lovely and sweet. And this also has some maps in it, but it only has 1 map. Like, it's the same map on the back and front cover. I still love it, though, because I love Winnie the Pooh. Do I have a book written by someone originally famous for something else? I picked the 2 Dan and Phil books. So Dan and Phil Go Outside, and This Amazing Book Is Not on Fire. These are the books written by the YouTubers Dan Howell and Phil Lester, as they just go off and be amazing. And this is their travel book, and this is kind of their origin story book, if that makes sense. Again, I'm a huge fan of Dan and Phil. I feel like Dan is someone you watch when you want to feel like relatable content, and Phil is like happy and upbeat content. And Dan is like writing a book now, so you know I'm going to get that sometime in the future when it comes out in a year. Okay, a book with clock on the cover was the next one, The Timekeeper. I still don't know whether or not I like this or not. It was interesting. It's a steampunk romance. I wasn't a big fan of like the plot twist, like the thing that was most, like it was supposed to make you care about what is going on. I didn't. So I don't know. It has a clock on the cover though, because the whole theme is like a clock spirit. That's who the romance is with. So there's that. A poetry book, Lin-Manuel Miranda's Good Morning, Good Night, Little Pep Talks from Me to You. This is my only poetry book I own because my dyslexia makes it so hard for me to read poetry. This is the only one I've been able to read and understand, and that's because it's so short and adorable. And also I annotated this book so much. I love it. It's great little pep talks and like little joyous and comfort and just like, it's great. I love it. Books with award stamps on it. I picked Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe. This has won the American Library Association something award, Stonewall Award, something award, something award. I can't read anything. This has won a bunch of awards. Stonewall specifically is made to give out to books with LGBT representation. This again is a queer romance. This is a historical fiction set like the generation after, like our parents' generation, like the generation after the Korean War? Is that what this is? It's sometime then, and then it's like 2 people falling in love, and it's adorable, and yeah. And then I didn't have an answer for question 15. Do you have a book written by an author with the same initials as you? I don't. And then question 16 was a book with short stories in it. What did I pick out for this? I picked out The Complete Tales of Alice. I also could have picked out Winnie the Pooh. Does Alice have a TV show? I don't think so. So this is my short story collection because it has more than 1 story in here. And it's huge and heavy and threatening and also very pretty. And like, look at this, you guys. I love this so much. A book between 500 and 510 pages. It is way down here. It is The Blood of Olympus, not Percy Jackson, Heroes of Olympus, Book 5. If you don't count the short stories and the glossaries that are in the backs of these books, the story itself is 506 pages long. So it definitely counts. No, 502, whatever. This one specifically, I really loved how the ending of this series, was this the ending? This was probably the ending of this series. It was so good. It was so good. The way that the final battle actually happened, I loved it. A book that was turned into a movie, I had to pick Howl's Moving Castle. I loved this movie and the book so much. So, like, I keep saying they're very similar. They are, but at the same time, they aren't. Like, the conflict in the end of the movie is very different than the conflict in the end of the book, but they are the same story. So, I love them both equally. I just have nostalgia for the movie, but the book is still really good. Okay, graphic novel. Again, I picked Naomi or Naoma. I don't actually know how to pronounce this. This is a story about fantasy medieval era where our main character like shows up and decides to be the sidekick to this big bad villain, and it's their adventure story. And also like the big conflict of this is our sidekick's like backstory, like what is going on with her. Her appearing in this person's life is directly leading to the conflict of the story, which I absolutely love. This also has a relationship between the villain and the hero, and they're queer, and it's just really good. Also, the sidekick's a shapeshifter. That's always cool as well. And finally, a book written by 2 or more authors. I picked Welcome to Night Vale, the novel. Their first novel. This is so good and so amazing. Again, if you have a chance to listen to the podcast, please do. But if not, there's always the books, there's always the transcripts, there's always the spin-offs. I love this series so much. So that has been the Do I Have That Book tag. I do, except for in the initials. Thank you guys all so much for watching. I do plan on doing part 2 of this, so if you want to see that, please leave that down in the comment section down below. While you're down there, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. As always, good night, good evening, and good morning, everybody.